Right, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man, let's talk a little bit about Ryan Garcia. You know, we got two screens. I like this little setup that I got. And basically, Oscar De La Hoya basically saying they ducking Javier Fortuna. I got that word the other day that they was ducking Fortuna, man. For you guys that got hair bumps under there, problems with her. Good thing right here. Learn this. Brush under there. Pull them loose hairs out. You won't have any more bumps. You don't even got no bumps under there like that. Appreciate it, though. But hit the boxing news playlist. I'm going to call it news. And hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. We talked some boxing tonight. Then we kind of... Thursday? Maybe... I can't really say. Maybe Friday-ish we get into some other stuff. But he said on Sirius XM Radio that De La Hoya says has declared that they're planning on a world tour for Ryan Garcia next. The idea would be him to potentially have 3 fights in 3 different territories to help develop his profile as a global star. Okay, and my thing is this: when you're that young, your number one thing is to become a world champion or a world title holder. They don't think he's good enough to be a world title holder. You look up the rankings, right? And let's say he still could make 130. Let's start off there because he fought at 130. Do you think he could beat Valdez right now? It's going to be tough. I'm not sure. Think he's going to beat Tank at 130? Not sure. He's going to beat vacant IBF. Javier Herring? Maybe. You know, but could he make the weight? And he go here, is he going to beat Teofimo Lopez for any one of the belts? No. They exposed Ryan, bro. Ryan is not good enough to be a world champion. It's too simple as that. Ryan... If Vargas Lupe don't believe it, Ryan don't believe it, Oscar De La Hoya don't believe it, Bernard Hopkins don't believe it, Eric Gomez don't believe it, Ryan Father don't believe it, Ryan Mother don't believe it. This stinks of not being able to be good because they can challenge anybody they want to from 130 pounds if he can make it to 140 pounds. They could have said, you know what, Bob Arum, let me fight Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor, you know, and they will stop Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. They will halt that fight. And he can have any fight he wants. If he wants to jump up and challenge Crawford, Spence, Ugas, Al Haymon will let him. I'm not saying that's the right move to do, but they'll let him. You know, if he wanted to fight Teofimo Lopez right now, they'll let him. It just, you know, it's just simply that they don't believe that they world championship material. They don't. And that's what it boiled down to. They don't believe that he can be champions. You know, I'm not worried about getting the world. What? Who says that? Who says that? I'm worried about being a global star. Mike Tyson wasn't an international global star until he became the youngest, you know, champion in boxing history. I mean, for the heavyweight champion in boxing, the youngest champion in history is Rafael Benitez. Champion at 17 years old that'll never be broken. My memory serves me correctly. They don't believe he's good enough to be a champion. Come on. Oh, we asked for WBC for voluntary for what? For what? You're not a super champion, a franchise champion. You're not the regular champion. What you asking for voluntary for? What you asking for? You talking about shit I could beat Loma? Well, Loma available. Trap phone, ring. I got 2 phones. I'm pretty sure he got a few phones. Come on. This dude a joke. Been telling y'all this. And his fans, you know, people that defend him because he's Mexican American or because they like him, they a joke. Remember that Young Jock song? If you ain't never heard, one of the best trap albums of all time. New Jock City. I think that's better than the Rick Ross CD that came out when I love Port of Miami. But one of the best trap CDs, you know. I know you see it. I know y'all see it. Ryan Garcia don't want to fight. We're going to take him on the internet. You know who do international, exhibitions, but he going to probably be fighting real fights. Fighters that's established, fighters that's ready to retire, Mayweather, Muhammad Ali did it. A lot of fighters would go do a European tour and fight the best fighters they had to have. You do a Chinese, a Japanese, or Asian tour, Mongolian tour. People that's established, people that made their money, people that's ready to retire. They spar wrestlers, they spar different. Come on, man, it's a joke. He don't want to fight nobody. They don't believe he good enough to be a world champion. And the reason they want to fight Tank because they financially want to cash out. You hear he talking about You know, what do you say? I want to retire by 25. Whatever you say. Who cares? He can't. He not a world championship caliber boxer. Now, Teofimo Lopez dropped them belts, or Devin Haney and him move on. Then he gonna fight the Lee Selby's, the Cambosos, the Richard Come's, the Evan Mendes, the Linares's, you know, guys like that for a title belt. The Alberto Machado, he's a joke. I could tell. I could look at all these young, hungry fighters that we've seen in the last 10, 15 years. Tim Bradley, Devin Alexander, Amir Khan, who else you done had? Vinus Monterosian, even though he never get it. The Charlo twins. Even guys like Fernando Guerrero, who didn't really reach it where he was supposed to because he couldn't take up. Danny Jacobs, Deontay Wilder, we watch him grow the last 10 or 15 years. Guys like that, Mikey Garcia, Juanma Lopez, excuse me, it's a few guys, but guys like that. Nate Campbell, probably 15 years ago, guys like him, Paulo Malignaggi, a little bit farther than that. But one thing all them motherfuckers wants to get it, Miguel Cotto wanted to get a world championship. That was their goal, was to become a world champion. Amir Khan goal, becoming a being a silver medalist, his goal wasn't to become the British champion, the European. His goal was to be a world champion. Devin's goal was to be a world champion. They had one of the hardest punches you ever find, Randall Bailey on Lion Killer Podcast. Check it out. He was clowning his army last night. And Berto. Even Berto, champion. They wanted to be a world champion. Zab Judah going first. Mayweather, world champion was the first thing on their hit list. Not a title eliminator, not a fight with a caliber like champions. They wanted to put that green belt, burgundy belt, red belt, black and gold belt around their waist. Champions. Ryan Garcia ain't good enough to be a champion. At 47, 40, 35, 30, you could tell his mammy I said it. They don't believe he's good enough to be a champion. That's the problem. They don't believe he championship material. And them fighting Tank, he'll never be the same. The way Luke Campbell knocked him down, he gonna be gone. So what's gonna be his staple, his print on boxing? He ain't sold the most pay-per-views. He ain't the most popular fighter. He ain't more popular than Sugar Ray Leonard. He ain't more popular than an 18, 19-year-old Mike Tyson. Internationally, he can never beat Tyson. Internationally, he can never beat Floyd. Locally, he can never be Sugar Ray Leonard. Who you talking about? He can never be Oscar De La Hoya because De La Hoya can fucking fight. And he can box. Internationally, you ain't even Amir Khan. Because once he get knocked out, Ryan Garcia don't have the confidence that Amir Khan got. Amir Khan get knocked out, motherfucker get talking shit while he knocked out. You know, he be lucky to get the popularity of Danny Garcia nationally. Ryan Garcia don't want to fight nobody. And that's the problem, bro. He can't find a way easy belt. T.O. drop one of them belt, I guarantee you they gonna go for the easiest guy they can get. You know, and that's a shame. He talk all this shit, but I could knock Lomachenko out. Okay, do it then. Do it. Pussy nigga, you won't do it. OJ Juice Man he used to go hard, but, you know, and then he ducking Javier Fortuna. I don't blame him. I said same thing about Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney. Be 100%. I don't blame him. I want to fight a motherfucker like Fortuna. You gonna get head butted, cut, elbowed, arms pulled, hit in the fucking liver, hit on the hip. Who want to go through that and then you beat him, you don't get no credit. You beat him, you don't get a world championship. You beat him, solid competitor, but what you get? I don't blame him, but then again, you talk all this shit about you could beat Lomachenko. Same thing for Devin Haney. Javier Fortuna is good as it get at this weight class and below as far as getting ready for Lomachenko. It's as good as it get. Awkward, dirty, awkward angles. He the best guy to get ready to fight Loma. If you get through for Javier Fortuna, you can have a good chance to beat Loma. I'm not saying he's better than Loma, but he give you a lot more looks, funky angles. You know, him, Giselle Corrales, they give you fun. You beat one of them dudes, you know, that's damn near harder than beating a world championship. See, Cobra struggled with Giselle Corrales. That ain't no easy motherfucker to fight. All those you beat one of them Corrales and Fortuna, you got to walk through them. And Colbert and Linares, not Linares, but Lomachenko, but Ryan Garcia, you ain't gonna walk right through him. Unless you catch him, you know, you gotta be like Duran, Chavez, Madonna. You gotta be able to just take his fucking air away and smother that motherfucker. If you ain't, you gonna fight him at a distance or in the pocket, or he gonna be hard to beat. He was even beating on Granados until they kept taking points away and he fell out the ring. Feel me? But tough fight. But if you say you that guy, you say, you know, you ready to be a world champion, you can fight Loma, you gotta get through Fortuna to make me a believer before you actually do put the work in to beat Loma. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links description. Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to donate. Share the video. Don't forget, check my other channel out. Mercy Sports Talk. Support the channel. Appreciate it. One time for the one time. Good for the Sports TV. We go. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.